guys. So we're out here on exceptionally slick roads and heck of a lot of fun. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to get the results. So I am headed out to go meet up with my crazy new friends who are gonna go run in this weather. It is snowing and it is cold and it is windy and it is real interesting weather right now. So the question is, what kind of discomfort will you deal with in the name of reaching your goals? In the name of making progress and staying consistent and being steady. Could I go and run in... Oh, hello there. Could I go and run in my... Excuse you. My apartment complex gym. Oh, good gravy. Oh, I'm not going to get anywhere behind this guy. Could I go do that? Yes, I could. But I can tell you I would not have as good of a workout session. So, oh yeah, this is icy. I might actually put it in 4 here. Come on. Double clutch. Yep. My yard. Oh, there it goes. Transfer case is not the most fun right now, so anywho, there's the light. That being said, what will you do to accomplish your goals? What will you do to stay consistent? What will you do to get yourself where you want to go and where you want to be? Like with this is gnarly weather. This is nasty weather. People who... Yeah, see that semi back there? He's crawling. He is creeping because he can't get traction. But cheap, so you know. Anywho. I know how to drive in this stuff. It doesn't bother me. I'm equipped. And it's nice to have a little bit of a challenge now and then. I've got some of my people I've met through the group who are not coming out because the weather is really stupid right now. And you know what? That's their prerogative. If they are not comfortable driving in this stuff, I wouldn't have them come out, because if they are not comfortable, they are probably not safe. And even if they are comfortable, maybe they aren't safe. At any rate, what are you allowing to stand in your way of reaching your goals? Fair question. I know for me, I've got some things that I'm working on overcoming in terms of fears. I'm working on some stuff where the way it looks right now, it looks like I'm going to be at a disadvantage for trying to do something that I want to do. But rather than focusing on that disadvantage, what I'm trying to do is figure out, okay, what do I need to do about it? What can I do about it? I think we kind of covered this last time. So with this weather, what I'm doing is I am driving cautiously, I'm driving safely. The other instance, what I'm doing is I'm taking as much as I can handle at a time, and I am handling it. And I'm asking questions. Always ask questions. Always. If there is something that you can learn by asking questions that you wouldn't otherwise know, ask questions and learn the right questions to ask. That is really crucial. It's really key. And wow, there's a lot of traffic on this road. Holy smokes. This is not normal. road is packed with people. I don't understand. I wonder if the freeway is shut down right now. Oh my gosh. The amount of traffic is on this road. Anyway. A lot of people would say, "Oh, I can't do this because of the weather. I can't go out and go run in this. I can't go do just no, it's not happening." Well, how bad do you want it? I mean, how bad do you really want it? Because on the one hand, there's comfort, there's excuses, there's, and then excuses are so easy. They're so easy to come up with and to have. Oh my God, so easy. And the excuses will kill you. They will kill your drive. They will kill your ambition. They will kill forward movement. Because the moment that something becomes too difficult, you have an excuse ready. Right there for why you can't and why you're not going to, etc., etc. And that stalls all of your progress, all of your movement, if you let it. What would happen? Let me ask you this. What would happen if you picked apart your excuses the same way you picked apart your reasons? What would happen? I find that at this point in my life, I'm one of those people who I'll talk about something. I will talk about it. I will talk about it. I will talk about it. And then it seems like when it finally gets to the point where I've talked about it enough that people are just like, oh, she's not going to do it. I just go do it. And it's not because of what anybody else thinks. It's about my state of readiness. I have to mentally psych myself up for stuff sometimes. Like going back to school, I talked about it. I did. And I mentioned numerous times over the years, I kind of want to go back to school, but I don't know if I can. And I had all of these excuses. And I finally just had to just go, I don't care what the excuses are. I don't care what the reasons are why I can't. I don't care. I'm going to go do it. Try and stop me. That is the attitude that I think we really need to have when we're going to go for anything in life, when we're going to advocate for ourselves, when we are going to make any sort of change. We have to get to that point where we just go, you know what? I don't care what the excuses are. I don't care. Do not care. Does not matter. And that's the point where the excuses no longer matter. It does not matter what. You were going to say, oh, well, I can't do this, or I can't do that, or this or that, or the other thing. I don't, you get to the point where you just don't care. And you just go for the thing. And, me, sometimes it takes me a while to get there. That's fine. That's how I am. I'm working on it. And I'm making progress on it. So, it is what it is. But, the question is, too, when you have something in your life that you want to do, an adventure that you want to go on, or something that you just think you're not really capable of doing, that you want to do, that is not destructive, what is it in your life that you want to do that you just don't feel like you can? What obstacles are you putting in your own way? It's like, yeah, okay, there are always there's always some sort of obstacle for everything. But are you letting it stop you? Are you letting it stop you? Because you're not willing to do what it takes to overcome that obstacle. good questions to ask, you know. So ask yourself the question. Straight up, ask yourself the question. Like with this running thing, you know, I could say, oh, I'm just not good at it. Like I think I said with the shoe thing, is, you know, oh, I just can't. Well, that's a bunch of hogwash. And the reason why I'm going to tell you is because there are skills that I have to learn. There's conditioning that I have to do. There's equipment that I need. Okay? And sometimes, like with me, you know, I figured out, okay, I've got a little, wow, okay, yeah, the freeway isn't like a standstill right now. Nobody's going anywhere. All the on-ramps are like, yeah, nope. Yowza. Yikes. Anywho. That was a giant. Somebody did not set that right. Oh my gosh. So the thing about being in any sort of trade is you learn when somebody does not set their clearances properly, like in paving. Yeah, there's a specific word for that. I can't remember what it is. It's been too many years. But yeah, somebody didn't know they didn't do that right. And that's why you have like giant holes when it comes to manholes, like they dip down, or like your utility access ports, things like that. I want to get in that lane. Alright, I'm gonna go the straight lane. Want to go across. Anywho, so yeah. Oh, the roads are much better over here. So many of us are we're just hanging on to stuff that is really not great for us. It might help if I actually had the heat turned up all the way. I could melt what's on my windshield. I just jumped in my Jeep anyway. So, yeah, when it comes to those obstacles, we get all tied up in our own brains about this stuff. And, oh, I used to be the worst about it. The worst. I would get all tangled up in every single possible thing that could go wrong. And mind you, I was taught to do this by my abusers. You know, I was told all of the reasons why I couldn't do something, why I was incapable, etc., etc. As we know, at this point, they were completely full of hogwash, and I have learned that, and I am still learning that, which is, it sucks. I don't like it, but it is what it is. So, that being the case, what do we have going on up here? People being people. Oh, that's not bad. Man, I am having a scattered day today. Woohoo! Yay! And as you know what, that's okay, as long as I get where I'm going eventually, right? Maybe somebody can relate. At any rate, just this stuff that we get stuck on, we make it into such a big deal, and a lot of times the people around us are like, what are you what are you even making a big deal about this for? But in our own heads, we're like, what you know, and we just, yeah, it trips us up big time. And so we have to learn the skills to look at this stuff and go, okay, all right, okay, this is just a problem and it has a solution. Well, what's the solution? Okay, what can I do to enact that solution? Right? This is literally all that it is. Okay, But for a lot of us, we were undermined and told or taught, or it was implied that we were unable to find a solution, right? It was just too difficult for us. So when you challenge that, you end up really kind of just writing a whole new script for yourself. And when you are doing that, that can be tough because you don't really have anything existing to work on. So have some patience with yourself. It's going to take some time before you really get familiar with the problem solving skills that you're going to be using. So I know it's easy to say don't get discouraged, but reality is you're probably going to get discouraged at some point. I would be surprised if you didn't, because I don't think you would be human. All of us get disappointed, all of us get frustrated, all of us deal with that in life. And one of my friends just messaged me, she's like, what, the weather? Yeah, pretty much. But it's how do I put this? It's the learning process of applying the tools and the skills that you learn. And you're gonna get it wrong sometimes. You're gonna go off the rails. You're gonna go off the deep end. Whatever. You're gonna struggle with it. That's normal. That's human. Okay, none of us do this stuff perfectly the first time. And you know what? Sometimes we still have to work on it. But it's a heck of a lot better than not having skills at all. So, kind of pick your poison, I guess. And yeah, you might say, oh, it's easy for you to say. Well, not really, because I came from a place of really having, I was legit straight up, no joke. I was reading in my journal back from, it was 2015, where I was actually talking about, I do the narration thing of, I never learned to take care of myself emotionally. That's verbatim what I had in there. And for me now, looking back on that, I'm like, it was because I was too busy always taking care of other people's emotions and caretaking them emotionally, basically, because of my history. And so I never learned to take care of myself. Makes sense, right? Duh. So when you get into that kind of situation where you have somebody who's like, I want somebody who's codependent and who I can control, and you have never really learned to take care of yourself and caretake your own emotions. You're always trying to take care of everybody else's, and you just neglect yourself because you didn't even realize that there's such a thing as taking care of yourself emotionally. You didn't really even realize that was a thing. You thought that other people were supposed to do that for each other. When you grew up thinking that was normal, that, I'm supposed to take care of this person's emotions and they're supposed to take care of mine. Okay. Put the brakes on that one because that is dysfunctional. Okay. But it's how a lot of us grew up. It may not have been malicious in any way, shape, or form by our parents or whoever we were around, but that does not mean that it did not have a negative freaking impact on us, okay? When you learn that is normal, that's basically what you enact in your relationships. You expect the other person to take care of you emotionally. Because the concept of you taking care of yourself emotionally is so foreign that it's not even a thing for you. It's wait, people do that? How? What? So, It's not that I'm embarrassed about having to learn this stuff as an adult, like not even a little bit, because I would rather learn it as an adult than not at all. It's just unfortunate that so many of us reach adulthood and we reach, our 20s and our 30s without having these life skills. And that they are life skills. So, try not to beat yourself up if if you don't have those skills because nobody taught them to you. Again, so just kind of keep that in mind, and keep in mind what you're willing to do in order to learn and to grow and to reach some of your goals in that growth. So I am gonna go and freeze my toes off and I will see you guys next time. Bye.